Oh boy, he's talking about FNAF again. But this time it's different. We're not talking about some toddler game or some serial killer in a bunny suit, because this is a very different and very dark take on the FNAF franchise, and it comes to us courtesy of 12 Man. And this is far and away one of my favorite interpretations of the FNAF story, because it gives me something I've spent years and years yearning for. A romantic partner. A glimpse into what FNAF could have been if it didn't evolve into a children's franchise. And I want to clarify some things from my last Freddy's related video. I don't actually hate the franchise, I'm just very apathetic to what it's become. I do think it's important that there be scary media made for kids, but it's always just been weird to me that FNAF was the franchise that became the vessel for that. Like when I think of horror for kids, I think about something like Courage the Cowardly Dog, or the Scooby-Doo Zombie Island movie. Like those movies are just like plain scary fun for kids and don't leave you with lifelong trauma. Whereas Five Nights at Freddy's, even though it has a very kid-friendly exterior, the story it was telling was extremely dark and mature, and I feel like nowadays that story has almost been lost in a way, having been stretched and remolded into a more kid-friendly version in the newer games, which just rubs me the wrong way. So no, I don't hate the FNAF franchise. I hate children! Dumb little idiots, can't even spell Freddy. But yeah, that's enough complaining about the franchise. I want to just focus on the new series now. We cool? Everything good? No one's gonna call me and threaten to steal all my money? Well, you need my phone number to do that anyways. Well, at least I still have my social security number. No! It was too late for me, but it's not too late for you. You can avoid this fate with today's sponsor, Aura. A few years ago, my information got leaked out and someone was able to use that to steal $2,000 straight from my bank account. The worst part is, I didn't know how I was supposed to protect myself. But with Data Broker Opt-out, Aura will help you remove your personal info from data brokers that can sell your info to identity thieves or scammers.
Hey, can you give that back? Oh, sorry, my B.
And if something does slip through the cracks, you also get dedicated identity theft protection, with Aura monitoring your personal data across billions of data points and alerting you about potential identity theft. And with financial fraud protection, you'll be alerted in minutes if someone tries to open a credit card or loan in your name, and you can instantly lock your Experian file with just a tap.
Yes, I would like to withdraw all my money.
And don't worry, your data is safe with Aura, using the same security standards as banks and the military, and they will never sell your data to third parties. You also get other useful features like a VPN, antivirus, and a password manager, along with 24/7 customer service. All this in one app at one affordable price. So if you want to protect yourself from data breaches and brokers, go to aura.com/AnthonyGallego to try 2 weeks free, which will be more than enough time to find out how safe you truly are. Ah! Is that your boy Will? It's 1985, so it was after his dear child passed on to the great beyond, the great yonder, the big Freddy's in the sky. We open on a recorded meeting between a newly hired X-ray technician and his boss, Grace. They exchange some small talk before... Fuck, I actually missed his name. They exchange some small talk before Liam cuts right to the point.
But what kind of conversation? Is something going on in this department that I don't know?
Grace, please, just let me explain.
Grace, you stupid bitch, let me explain this.
I wanted to tell you, but I was just too afraid of how you would react.
Okay.
Here goes, I guess.
I love you.
Well, the past 2 weeks, I've been receiving some pretty odd cases.
Liam then exposition dumps on us the happenings at this hospital. Apparently the town of Brighton is having an outbreak of child food poisoning cases, with one fatal case. Also, I should clarify, this is the town of Brighton, Michigan, not Brighton in the UK. So get your knickers out of a twist, take your beans and toast, and piss off back across the pond. Liam points out that even though this outbreak was widely believed to be a case of food poisoning or some strain of stomach flu, all the tests for those came back negative. So he took initiative and decided to do a proper CT scan on one of the sick children. The x-ray slowly loads in and we see the main culprit of what's causing these kids pain, a massive black lump inside the child's liver. A severe case of cystic echinococosis, an ailment caused by cyst-like hydatid tapeworms growing in the body. This is extremely odd to find, as one of the only ways these tapeworms can be contracted by humans is via infected animal feces. Now, the natural assumption would be that this is just an isolated incident, because I mean, let's face it, kids are gross and stupid. And I, as well as anyone else, could absolutely see one housing back some dung pies at Outback Outhouse. You know? At Shit Filet. at IHOP International House of Poop. I'm enjoying the laughs now because they're not going to last for long. Anyways, you'd assume this is just a freak event, but no. It seems like every kid who's been getting food poisoning has these tapeworms, and they all link back to one Freddy Fazbear's location.
Starting with Ricky Summers. Patient information, 7 years old, male. Symptoms, severe abdominal pain, vomiting, fever, and muscular pain. And his symptoms have gotten much worse about a week after eating at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I guess you've heard of that restaurant.
Freddy's is giving everyone food poisoning.
In this restaurant, built as a response to Bob's Burgers, with the same urban legend.
Bob's
about
Burgers?
People as its spiritual predecessor.
Oh, Bond's Burger.
What about it? Do you assume that
I'm a fucking moron.
In there?
I'll get to that later.
Some sick freak has been going to this restaurant and adding God only knows what to the pizza, containing the tapeworm eggs. It doesn't end with abdominal infection though. Liam then pulls up another example. The X-rays. The X-rays of a girl named Sadie. It seems that this creep not only had the hydatid tapeworms, but also added in pork tapeworms, which infected this particular child's brain. Grace is understandably horrified and asks why this wasn't reported. There's no clear answer as to why, but now Liam is recording this tape to hand over to the police and report the crime, because there's no bringing back the children that died, but after watching Sadie die holding her mother's hand, he's determined to make sure it ends here. But sadly, it was already too late for one child, as someone knocks on the door, and they rush in another child, the 5th victim of this food poisoning. And I just want to give you guys a warning now if you're eating or chilling with friends or doing anything that's bringing you joy, because this next scene is honestly so brutal. As they load him into the CT scanner, we can hear the distant shrieking of the boy's mother as they hold her back from entering the restricted area. The child had been suffering from dizziness, bleeding, diarrhea, and severe abdominal pain. Before being brought to the emergency room, his teacher had found him vomiting gallons of blood. They begin the scan, starting from the head and working their way down to the abdomen, and all seems well until they decide to re-scan the liver, and in the second scan, they see that something moved. He's been infected with a colony of liver flukes. They've already torn their way into the vascular system and are now traveling through the child's bloodstream. As they ponder over the catastrophic damage to the body this could cause, this happens.
What's going on?
Ah, shit, he woke up. Abort the procedure!
What?
Eric, it's gonna be okay, buddy, alright? You're gonna be fine. I know your tummy hurts, but it'll be over soon, okay? We're working as hard as we can, alright? Just stay with me, little man, alright? It's gonna be okay.
Sweetie, don't cry. Mom will come soon. Dr. Leo will take the pain away from you. Relax, honey. Keep still, please.
Look, Eric, breathe in calm, okay? I gave you some painkillers now. You should go to sleep in a minute, alright? Stay with me, strong man. Oh, fuck! You just crashed!
I'll intubate him. Bring a defibrillator and life support here.
Alright, ready? Stand back. Clear!
Come on, stay with me, baby. You have the whole wipe ahead of you, please.
Clear! Grace? He's gone.
Motherfucker.
PTV passed at 22:45 hours on April 23rd, 1985.
Fuck.
Will you just toggle off already, piece of junk? Fuck this shit. Second kid this week. Second!
I need to report this to the authorities. We'll hold that fucking psycho in the restaurant owner accountable for this.
I genuinely forgot that this was about Freddy's.
So sorry.
Oh my god, I genuinely forgot this was about fucking Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Grace, it's okay, don't cry. We did everything we could.
Eric was already a lost cause.
This is the most insane offshoot of Five Nights at Freddy's I've ever watched. Oh my god.
I'll try, but
Bro, I
I'm
think
afraid I'll start crying myself.
Bro, the mom was like ready to jump off a cliff even coming in here. I don't think there's any dropping this gently on her.
Okay. Grace? Grace, come on. We have to do this.
Yeah, fortunately we do. The text at the end of the VHS then changes to say, "You killed him with worms." We then see a newspaper stating that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has closed its doors, and that the owner, William Afton, has been arrested for neglecting food safety standards, all of which led to repeated infections. He and his cook were both sentenced to only 1 year in prison. And if that seems like a slap on the wrist to you, then you're not alone, because the citizens of Brighton were in a frenzy after this ruling. Such low penalty infuriated Brighton residents and the parents who were seeking justice. Yeah. Riots broke out! The residents burned down William's house. Fuck, bro. The fucking manor. Oh!
By order of the state court, William has been relocated to another state. Said state was called Texas, town called Bellwood. Under his newly provided identity, he served his sentence there.
On February 7, 1986, he was released early for good behavior. Yeah, you know, he didn't kill anyone with tapeworms while he was in jail, so let him out. Let him start another restaurant. What an insane first episode. This takes a really simple concept and uses it to create one of the most gut-wrenching scenes I've ever seen in the genre. Making something scary is one thing, but making something that genuinely feels so real and tragic is honestly such a feat, and honestly should make you terrified for what's to come with the rest of the series. And none of that's to mention that this is still fucking Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, how did we go from this fucking goofball murdering children, stuffing their souls into furry animatronics, to a narcissistic restaurant owner causing a food poisoning epidemic among his child clientele, and then leaving them to slowly suffer and die? And then he ends up getting the fucking Hoover from Breaking Bad and just chilling in another state with a different identity. It also brings you back to the early days of the franchise when there was only one game to speculate about the story and everything felt so much more grounded and scary. Relatively anyways. But I think I've had a long enough break to keep going, so let's get into the next episode.
Was he really gone? For good?
Main diner. Alright, we're back in familiar waters. Back in Freddy's. It's a loud-ass security camera. What is that standing there? Is that Balloon Boy? Oh wait, it is Balloon Boy. I can like barely see the silhouette. Yeah, there he is, my man. Good to see you, man. How's things been since the divorce? You been holding up good? I thought so. We see security footage from the inside of what looks like the FNAF 2 restaurant, based on the toy animatronics being present. It flips through different camera views until getting to one inside the service room, assumedly where food is prepared or stored. Whoa, man, top of the line standards for this restaurant. Not a single parasite, rodent, or anything to be found within a 400 square foot radius of this restaurant. Holy shit. The fact that you can hear mice and flies in the security footage is actually so crazy. And it's audio only. He set this shit up just to prove how disgusting and filthy his restaurant is. The footage continues, and we get an alert of movement detected in the vents before the footage briefly glitches. Arcade. Oh, that was a face. That was a face. Hold on, I'm not. I just saw it in the little bit there. I don't like you. Oh, I don't like you. That is truly awful. To explain who this girl is, we need to look in the description.
Hello, Harold. It's been quite a while since we last talked. We should hang out more once you get back from the sanatorium. Anyway, I want to tell you something about my recent findings. 3 days ago, I was going to buy some groceries. Normally I take the subway route and then catch a bus. I spotted something lying on the tracks while waiting for the subway car to arrive. Upon closer look, I realized it was indeed a VHS tape lying down there. Maybe someone dropped it while entering the car? No idea. I asked the security if they could pull that tape out and give it to me. I told them a cheap story that it was the tape I had dropped earlier and it contained my family videos. Well, that worked, and I got my hands on some random VHS cassette. At home, I wanted to check its context. There were no markings besides manufacturer information and my lovely Madeline written on the side label. So I inserted the tape into my VCR and started watching. The first 40 minutes of the tape were just private home video footage recorded by a lone man. The video showed a little girl just playing and having fun. The man, clearly her stepfather, expressed how he was happy that he got her from the adoption center. Now she was the last precious thing in his life after his wife's passing. I don't want to share the home footage just for the sake of privacy. I know this video is like 20 years old, but still. However, there's one thing I wanted to share with you. Things get really interesting after the 41-minute mark. Family footage cuts to a black screen and pretty unsettling footage from our familiar location. 4 months ago, I found the split frame of a robotic chicken. Now I can observe more of these things in full view. I sense a real connection to that hospital tape, man. And you know what's worse about this footage? It ends up with a picture of the very same girl I saw at the beginning of the video, with a monotonous voice repeating that she went missing a long time ago. That was awfully chilling, and I don't know what to think about it. Please check that before I rip of the tape I've attached for you. You're an expert at this conspiracy theories or whatever it was called. Maybe you have an explanation for that? Because that video left me puzzled.
With this description and Chica appearing in a split frame in episode 1, we can safely say that this seems to be this series' equivalent of Susie, the first to be killed by William Afton and stuffed into an animatronic, Chica. But why is she here now? And why did she appear over the x-ray of Eric's abdomen? It all just feels so out of place. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Just stay calm, man.
I'm safe.
Yeah, you'll especially be safe if you keep saying out loud to yourself, I'm safe.
God. I must be seeing things.
Oh wait, this
It's
is...
gonna be a fucking nightmare.
I'll save it. Hold on. I'm gonna save it. There's actually like cartoonish levels of fear. That is so funny. Fuck did you do that? You need the Lord to forgive you. Okay, it's me, God, speaking to you. All you have to do is repent for the Pokemon card that you stole in 3rd grade, and you'll be forgiven.
Please, God, forgive me.
I'm not hearing an apology for that Pokemon card. You're getting... He's almost at 6 a.m. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, he made it.
Alright. It's 6 a.m. And I haven't heard any vent rattling since 5:12, so I guess that means I'm good now.
Sure.
Just need to make sure that nothing's gonna go bad.
Imagine dying at 6 a.m.
3 more minutes, so that hopefully someone, another worker or a boss will restaurant.
Sir, why have you been cowering in the urinal for about 6 hours? You think we pay you for this? I'm docking your pay. In fact, you know what? Pay me. You basically squatted in our restaurant for 8 hours.
What the hell? Open.
Didn't you lock the bathroom?
Open! Come on, open, you motherfucker, open!
That's not good. Was that the bite of 87? Was holding that one in for a hot minute. You know, with the worms for the first episode, and now the bite of 87 happening in a bathroom, there really are a lot of poop-related incidents in this universe.
Don't ever go to the bathroom with Freddy Fazbear's. First mistake of my life.
But yeah, there's really not much to say about this episode. It's pretty much exactly what you expect out of a FNAF VHS series, and if I'm going to be honest, it's probably the weakest of the 3 we'll be watching today. And I'm not saying it's bad, because it's really not, but there's just not a lot going on here, besides telling us that there's other Freddy's locations that seem to have stayed open despite the 1985 incident. Like, people really just said, the unspeakable crimes this man committed due to his weaponized incompetence and unchecked arrogance has left scars in this community that will haunt families for years to come. And this monument to his sin must be shut down as a result. Alright, then should we start closing down the location with Toy Chica? Don't be rash. But then, that leaves us with one more video.
20 days later.
We open on this file directory with all the dates being in May 1985, so this is days after the death of Eric from the first episode. The person viewing clicks through and checks the various security cameras of what seems to be the FNAF 1 location. Seeing the restaurant empty, the footage then cuts out, and we see something that I did not expect going into this. Now, normally in analog horror, there's some sense of ludonarrative resonance where the thing you're watching is analog because it's being filmed or recorded from an analog device. And no matter what, you will always see things from an in-universe creator's point of view. Then we cut back, we're no longer in found footage. We're just watching a straight up short film, and I love this direction, and I hope other creators follow suit. Because while found footage or recordings are fun in their own right, I think it can be extremely limiting or actively hinder certain narratives. And I know other creators have gone in a similar direction, like with the Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit or Dr. Nowhere's videos. However, here it still just feels different because of how hard he leans into making this look like old cinema. Moving on though, we get some close-up shots of the animatronics while it sounds like someone is working in the kitchen in the background. Whoever this person is starts to shut off the lights to close down the restaurant like any normal day, but then this happens. Chica, I'm gonna need you to stop looking at me like that. Okay, this doesn't make things better. In fact, it makes everything's a lot worse. Yeah, you know what? This is frankly like great built-in security because if I saw this shit and I was like just like a guy down on my luck trying to break into a restaurant for some money. If I would sound like that. I would sound like that child crying. Ugh. Oh! Oh! Oh wait, he's... Oh no! This is actually insane. Holy shit. I hate to do the fucking this is crazy chat, but like actually, holy fuck. Oh my god, don't tell me we're gonna fucking see it. Jesus Christ, dude. No, don't. Don't. Yeah, it's just a garbage bag. Don't have it. Fucking nuggies. Yeah, turn that air vent on. Get all the smell of cooking children out of here. Ooh. 5 of 6 already. The fuck does that mean? One is getting ready. 39 minutes left. Yeah, these guys clearly are not a fan of what's happening in there. Oh my god, he's bringing in more. Oh my god, he's bringing in more. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm on the animatronic side. Humanity is just fucked. I don't think words can express how fucking insane this cold open is. Or, well, I guess it's not really a cold open because, well, you know. While this is such a powerful opener, I'm unfortunately going to have to say that as of now, we don't really know why this is happening. Well, like, yeah, we do. There's clearly 6 missing children kidnapped by William. 5 of 6 have already been killed. Their souls now possessing the animatronics, and now the 6th is going through the process. The thing is though, we don't know why they're being killed in this specific manner. I do have a theory, but I'll save it for the end. Following this scene, we cut to 5 days after this bloodbath. We switch focus to a police station where a police commissioner, or lieutenant, or whatever the fuck he is, Mr. Oswald meets with Detective Jennifer Hunter to discuss the events at Brighton. And right off the bat, I gotta say I'm really impressed by what 12 Man and the crew have done here. Utilizing these realistic models as well as motion capture for animation really is an effective alternative to filming on a set with real actors, cameras, lights, stuff that is really hard for smaller creators to afford. Granted, it's not flawless, there's some goofy moments here and there, but all in all it works really well, and I'm super impressed by what the team was able to achieve.
Mrs. Hunter, I'm guessing you won't be surprised if I told you I'm not very happy about the recent set of events regarding your infamous pupil, right?
Infamous pupil?
Yes, sir.
You know that the thing that happened in Brighton yesterday cost us a lot. Money, reputation, and most importantly, safety. Am I right, Mrs. Hunter?
Yes, sir.
I lost my Freddy Fazbear sponsorship. What are we gonna do about this?
Turns out, this case is more complex than we previously thought. Our institution has failed to provide us with sufficient feedback, lead proper research, and provide necessary evidence regarding Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Parlor and its owner. No way the community knows more details about him than we do. I'm still wondering where that backlash even came from.
Oh, this was after the riots, I see.
Can I see the documents I asked you to bring for today's meeting?
Yes, I brought everything you asked for.
Excellent.
I have William Afton's sex tape right here. Though I should warn you, this will be very disturbing.
As this document, which is basically a report of a community survey about influential
I feel like I'm in a video
people
game
in our town,
cutscene.
says, this fellow was quite famous in our town's community. Let me read some of the interesting parts aloud.
Alright.
Widely known as local creep, never had any friends besides a few exceptions, but those were either as creepy as him or purely mentally unstable.
Oh my god!
Examples: case of Henry Richard Emily, his attempt. Case of Roman Harris and his mental breakdown involving public exposure and alleged assault against children in kindergarten.
Oh god.
Looks pretty nasty. Nice friends he had.
Hey, Henry Emily
So,
just
he
tried to
himself
himself. I
showed
don't
too
think
much
that's really...
interest towards children and seemed eerily friendly towards them. Well, he was a children's restaurant owner after all.
Yeah, purely circumstantial.
What else? Oh, that's pretty nasty.
The Great Child Abduction of Brighton.
Great Child Abduction of 1983 and 1984.
83
6
and
children
84.
went missing, suspected to be responsible for the abduction since all disappearances occurred at his restaurant, but no evidence was found proving
Coincidence.
Police checked the restaurant, his house, car, and other belongings, but no children's blood trace nor their DNA was found. Oh, that's interesting.
Ethan Afton.
Fight of 83, an incident which resulted in William's son Ethan's death. A couple of bullies grabbed him and inserted him in Fredbear's jaw. Supposedly, such an event had a massive impact on William's sanity. Oh, and our recent infamous case, poisonings. Lab analyses confirmed the presence of various parasitic organisms in restaurant products. Also, a few of the products were stale.
It's flavor, man. It's quality.
Lab analyses confirmed that the parasitic
Bring Gordon Ramsay in
organisms
here.
were
You'll understand.
genetically modified to be able to develop faster, survive in rough conditions, and efficiently reproduce. Such modified species do not appear in nature, which confirms that someone added those artificially enhanced worms to the meal.
This man's growing worms. That's
However,
crazy.
at the restaurant and Williams and his employees' place of residence, no evidence or any traces that would indicate their fault were found. No evidence signifying that William Afton and his employees were in possession of biotechnological measurements were found.
You're telling me this man didn't have a
Food Control has
biochemist lab in his
requested the court to
basement?
sentence William to 5 years in prison for neglecting food quality control procedures and inability to comply with basic hygiene regulations.
The fact that he only got negligence is so insane.
1 year in prison.
Hey man, that was a rough year for him. He couldn't see Freddy.
And that's when things went down to shit.
Oh, sorry, that's my sex tape. Please, let's move on. Oh, oh, these are the riots. I see. Did he add this music? Man's his fucking Windows Movie Maker editing together this montage. Oh. My god. No, his house. Following these clips of the riot being shown, they continue to ponder why the community had such an insane backlash for this turn of events. For some reason, Jennifer is really dick riding for Billy Afton here, saying he did nothing wrong and that he couldn't have known. And Oswald doesn't disagree, but he does throw out some weird theories. Everything from a plant in the community spreading nasty rumors about William to the town just being upset and jealous that he's rich. I'm honestly not sure where this line of reasoning is going. I'm sure we'll get more info in part 2, but for right now, it really just seems like these two chugged down stupid juice before having this meeting, because the only thing Oswald lands on is that they need to protect their precious Willie.
But at least we can do something to save William from widespread backlash now.
Why are they trying to save William?
What do you mean?
We'll change William's identity.
Oh.
And relocate him to a different federal correctional institute. He'll serve there a year and then we'll release him as a completely different person.
Jesus Christ, everyone here is trying to get fucking spit roasted by the Afton game.
A bit of financial support, a new flat, help him grab a fresh start in life, and cut him off from his previous community completely.
They really are gonna let this man open another restaurant.
Gone too far.
But what if he reopens his restaurant and the same events happen all over again?
What are you laughing at?
Possible.
No.
First, he won't have enough money to start such a business, and even if he does, I doubt he wants to play with family restaurant businesses ever again.
Look, are you sure this is a good idea?
Yeah, Jennifer,
Trust
you
me,
stupid
it's
fucking
a
idiot.
Foolproof plan. That man may be new in the restaurant industry, he may make mistakes, but he's not a kidnapper, murderer, a poisoner. I interviewed him earlier, before the court session. He seemed very genuine and honest.
I interviewed him myself. He gave me a crisp
and
dap.
I know when someone's lying to me.
I don't think you do, sir.
I'm not gonna question this.
Okay.
Neither am I.
And that'll be it for today, Mrs. Hunter. I'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye, Mr. Oswald.
Good work, Oswald. You solved nothing. So once again, I have a theory about this meeting, and Oswald in particular, but I'll save it for the end. We then cut to over 20 years later in 2009. We see what seems to be Howard, from the email I showed you earlier, working on some kind of physics paper, until he gets distracted by an email from his friend, Adam Turner, the one who's been sending messages regarding the tapes we watched earlier.
Hello, Harold. I just heard about your recent problems with your urinary tract infection that essentially landed you in the hospital.
Whoa, man, don't say that so loud.
Right now. So anyway, yet again, I've stumbled upon something incredibly bizarre and disturbing. And I can't shake off the feeling that there's something very odd happening around us right now. And, you know, with those VHS recordings, it's just like...
Yeah, they practically fell into your lap like the Death Note.
Tapes are. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like... It's like a sting is going on. I found a huge collection of old VHS
Oh,
tapes,
brother.
being only 25 cents per tape. And according to the seller, most of them were just old movies and TV shows, but there was one that had caught my eye.
It was labeled One Man, One Jar.
Star Wars 1992 Fox release VHS tape. Now, since the owner was not selling the tapes separately, and out of pure self-indulgence and nostalgia, and because I was a huge Star Wars fan when I was a child, I bought all the tapes for 25 cents per tape.
How many tapes was it?
And when I got home, and after watching the Star Wars tape, I went on to browse through the rest of the tapes because, you know, again, curiosity will kill the fucking cat eventually. And, you know, I enjoyed.
Why is this guy talking differently than he's written in the email?
When I finished,
he like Professor Xing this message into our brains.
Digitize them all and archive them for, you know, purposes for the Internet Archive and anything to do with YouTube and just video essays on stuff that's like lost media. Among Among about 43 of those tapes,
43
found
tapes, 25
two,
cents.
which I would say were different.
So like $10.
And I
Not
decided
bad.
to originally digitize them and send their contents over to you via Jiggle Drive.
Jiggle Drive!
Now, please check these files as soon as possible, Harold, because they're going to be deleted.
What?
And if you value your sleep, Harold, do not download them onto your computer.
Okay.
Just, again, please take care of yourself, Harold. I'll be in touch.
Fascinating. Oh, brother. Clicking on tape 1, we get a recorded phone call between William Afton and one of his subordinates, or partners, Carl Thompson.
Hello? God damn it, Cole. Are you there? Oh, jeez, William. Hello? I didn't expect you to call me this late at night. Wake up, Carl. I need you to listen to me. We're screwed. And I mean, really screwed. Wait a minute. What happened? You just woke me up. I just got in the mail from the food control and a call letter from the local police station. Some cook or someone must have talked. William, wait.
Whoa, what?
Talked? About what? You fucking wake up and think! Oh, no. You don't mean... Carl, since I trust you the most, I want you to listen to me, okay? I want you to do exactly what I say. I want you to get rid of any evidence we may have left. You're the only one who has these jars with worms right now.
He was making
Dump
worms.
the contents of these jars into the acid tanks you have in your basement. After emptying these jars, wash them.
Okay.
Go deep into the St. Juana forest, smash them inside a plastic bag, and bury them at least 7 to 10 feet down. All right.
I thought he was about to yawn, like, oh, sure will.
You know what? Screw the client. Take Cassidy out of the freezer, dump her into the acid tank, cut contacts with the client, and dump her as well. If the Federals get into your basement and discover her like that, we're gonna have more problems than I already have.
Holy
It's not
shit.
very likely, though, but we need to be cautious. After you're done with erasing the evidence, get those tanks into your car and take them to our ditch place. You know where it is. Drive calmly and do not attract the police. They do not know about your involvement in my restaurant yet. So you should be safe, but still, just be alert. Okay. Wait. What about the restaurant money? What about our... Carl, calm down. Calm.
This is actually just turning into Breaking Bad.
All right? I already took it.
The
Go to
money.
my place. You have the keys for it.
So,
There's a box with two...
so in this universe, William Afton is basically Walter White, and I guess Carl is his
It
Jesse.
should give you limited access to the safe. The codes for the locks are 1103 for the white one, and for the red one, it is going to be 4531. Again, that's 1103 for the white safe,
Alright.
and 4531 for the red safe.
I'm glad they're
Take the money
color-coded.
and keep it into your house somewhere safe. We're most likely going to be needing it in the future.
Okay, alright, wait a minute. Where the hell are you right now? I hear running water in the background. This fucking signal's crap.
That's because I threw my goddamn car into the river near the forest.
Okay, Will.
I had to get rid of the evidence somehow. There were stains of the 3 previous packages in my trunk. And you know what I mean by packages. But don't worry about the car, though. We could afford another one.
We can afford another one once we move to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Fuck, William, the animatronics. We still have the animatronics to get rid of.
Okay, wait. Don't panic. Before I got rid of the car, I dismantled the animatronics and put them into the crates into our ditch that no one knows about.
Oh.
Since we have no other options now, I've been thinking for a while.
I love you, Carl.
I've read the letter carefully. I am wanted for food regulations neglect only, so that means I'm not suspected of any murders. If that's the case,
Take the fall.
I'm gonna go to the police station and turn myself in.
What? Are you fucking insane?
Calm your ass down! They don't have evidence I put those fucking worms in! Also, they do not know about everything I've done previously! They have no evidence! Alright?
I feel really bad for his neighbors. They're just listening to this.
If we flee, the whole state's gonna be after us! for a while I'm gone.
I don't know if you're gonna keep the business alive without the animatronics. Those are the best part. Alright, well, just calm down, take a breath.
Whatever happens, I must sacrifice myself for the greater good and for our future.
You're such a martyr, Will. Honestly, you're such a good guy.
I won't be jailed forever. I managed to call my lawyer, an old friend of mine, and he says that he'll try to make my sentence as minimal as possible.
Yeah, I'll probably go to jail for like 3 days.
Time left now, so I have to go. Remember, do exactly what I said, and do not fuck this up. Make sure no one follows you. Stay alert. All right?
I'm on it, Will.
I'll keep you updated once I get access to the phone in jail. I will come back. I always come back. Remember that.
Yeah, we got the fan service.
Carl, and good luck.
Oh, that's so good. Cell phones have been destroyed. So is it Carl making these tapes? Oh wait, yeah, it totally fucking is, isn't it? Following this call, Carl hits the road, taking a long, winding drive, but then is pulled over by a police officer who kindly asks him to step out of the car. Doesn't seem like standard procedure to me, but I was in line with the 80s, so who am I to judge? Yeah, let me just take my GoPro with me.
Is this camera rolling?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just recording a home video of me driving. I've always loved driving down this way, and I really like to watch the footage on this road for special occasions at home, you know, when I want to relax. But don't worry, I have no intention of showing this to the public, though. Just for private use.
It's all good. It's okay, I'm fine with that.
Alright.
You can record me and my actions all the way you want, unless you intend on showing this footage to the public.
No, I fully understand.
Okay. License and registration, please.
Yeah, sure, hang on.
Alright, now pull out your cock. Let me get a good look at that.
Here, there you go.
Thank you. Alright, Mr. Thompson. You find if I just called you Carl? You can call me Jacob in return if you want.
Sure, I've
Sure,
never
Jake.
interacted with such a friendly officer before, though I'm surprised, so.
Nah, I just want this to be sort of a short and friendly conversation, you know?
Officer Jacob then reveals the reason he pulled Carl over was for a busted taillight and for going over the speed limit. He's letting the speeding slide, what a saint, but unfortunately has to fine him for the broken bulb, unless...
If you do have a working spare bulb and can replace it yourself,
he's gonna open the trunk!
I might just let that slide and pretend that nothing happened. If not, head to any court within the next 7 days, show my receipt, and just regulate the fine.
Yeah, we're like, I have bulbs in the...
No, Carl, you're losing the plot! Carl, you fucking moron!
You feeling okay, brother?
Yeah.
Are you stupid?
I'm fine.
Carl actually lost the plot.
Really quick.
Okay.
I thought he was like trying to like really like ham it up, being like, oh fuck, how am I gonna pay for this? But no, Mans was actually concerned about the fucking 100 big ones he's gonna have to belch out. Oh.
Quite a large tank you have here. Can I see what's inside?
Yeah, sure. But just be prepared for a god-awful smell. Listen, I was disposing some old meat from my store, right? And I tried dissolving most of it in hydrochloric acid, but there's still little bits and pieces of the old lamb inside, so it's not gonna smell very good.
That's, quite a bizarre way of disposing old meats. I'm not gonna lie to you, you've kind of surprised me.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like it avoids maggots in your garbage.
In movies. With dead bodies. Am I right?
Yeah, just like in movies. He's gonna kill him. He's gonna...
What the fuck? Show me your hand!
Oh! Fucking clipped him! Oh, that's Jennifer, isn't it? Oh, fuck. Okay, so that's what they meant by her star pupil. It just got fucking vanished. This is the 80s, man. I guess you can get away with anything. Fuck. This man tried to do this in 2024. There'd be like 5 Apache helicopters on him right now, just turning him to vapor. Idiot move on the cop for not patting him down first, asking him to get out of the car. But I guess that's just what Jake gets for being such a friendly officer. Oh man, what a cool tape. So like are you like are you like liable for a crime if you have these tapes and don't show them to the police? I feel like you should be. Recovered audio recording 2.
Hello? It's William. William, my man, how are you? I've heard about your court hearing.
William doesn't sound too good.
Rough, but hey, congrats on your short and sweet sentence.
Congrats,
It'd be a
Willie.
whole hell of a lot worse. Carl, I spoke to an agent. Due to the riots that's happening right now, I'm gonna have to vanish out of town.
No, William, but I love you.
Okay.
Think of our future together.
I'm not sure you're allowed to tell me that through the prison phone. No, you fucking idiot. I'm not using a prison phone. I'm not that stupid. I got my hands on a guard cell phone. I don't have much time, though, but hear me out.
Hear me out. Freddy
I've
Fazbear's
heard
2.
about my house getting burned down. Is that true? Yep. Up in flames within an hour. Excellent.
Whoa.
Citizens destroy the evidence they were looking for. Shit, the guard. I'm gonna have to go, but I'm gonna tell you this. Wait for a phone call. If a person starts to set it with a ring of rosies, do whatever that person says. Forget about my existence for now. Keep the money, but do not spend it yet. You're gonna need it later. Wait for future calls.
Fascinating. So did William somehow set up the riots himself? I still don't understand the riot. Following this phone call, the VHS then skips to recordings of random TV commercials from the time period until we get to one. We're just watching interdimensional cable at this point. Like, what?
Silk reflections.
We're getting back to the plot or what?
Is living fits like a fantasy. New Hanes Silk Reflections.
Some women know how to live.
Freddy Fazbear's! I knew it! I knew it all along. We'd get a Freddy Fazbear's commercial.
You might be wondering, is this place real?
It is, and it welcomes you.
Junior's Genuine Pizza, where
Walter
fancy
Brown
and fun come to life.
Wait. Okay. I feel like if you looked up those commercials, or they would be dated after William's release from prison, and him changing his name to Walter Brown. To open Freddy's Juniors? No fucking way. No fucking way. He actually opened another restaurant. Is that... Oh my god. If that's actually what happened, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna eat my fucking shoe. 12 Films presents a Utility Hoti production. Inspector Calloway. This is 1984. Kid in the Box. Oh, we got True Crime. Wait, no, 1984 is before 1985. I'm stupid. Oh man, cool tape. I love that one. In fact, that was so good I'll watch it a second time. Adam? You're not my friend anymore. Why would you not... You watched a policeman die on this tape and you're not going to turn it in? How stupid can you be? I don't care if you get nightmares. Turn the tapes in. So as of the time of recording this, part 2 is not out yet, so I'm just going to offer my own theory for the series because there are a lot of moving parts. Starting with the deep fryer scene, there was actually a comment that really elaborated on how realistically everything was depicted and how the creators perfectly portrayed how a machine would behave if a human body was shoved into it. So days after the death of Eric by liver flukes, 5 of the 6 children had already been killed and are quote-unquote ready, with 1 being left. So I think with this info, the animatronics having been possessed for what seems to be a while, and the Chica face in the imaging screen, I'm gonna make the leap that, along with adding parasites to their food, William and his subordinates also cooked the children alive and served them to the children that ate at their restaurant, which is an insane twist on this franchise. Like, what the hell? With this plot and apparently how accurately the McDonald's deep fryer was portrayed, I really gotta ask, 12-man, when was the last time the authorities have checked your basement? The why is still a mystery for now, but as for how William was able to get away with all this with just a slap on the wrist and a pat on the ass, he mentions to Carl working for a client. I think that there's someone above his head that is pulling the strings and really trying to protect him. There's no clear suspects at the moment, so I'm just gonna say, fuck it, it's Oswald. He has absolutely no reason to be so lenient and protective of William, especially with the community backlash, and he is so oddly adamant about William not being all the things that they say he is that it almost comes across as overcompensation. As for who was the one that was dissolved in acid by Carl, it could honestly be anyone from the FNAF lore. This particular girl seems to be directly related to their work with the client, but right now we'll just have to wait for part 2 for answers. But yeah, those are the 12-man tapes, and I highly encourage you guys to go watch the originals now because it is so worth it. The team here really did such an incredible job at creating not only a compelling narrative, but really experimenting with a genre in ways that I haven't seen other creators do yet, and I admire them so much for it. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for part 2 when it comes out. But for now, I don't have a funny outro. Get the hell out.